The monstrous Melissa Bavent is closer than ever to the title of Empress. She only needs 4 more provinces, and a war with House Tremere may give her that yet. If she can conquer, capturing a duchy, then all the pieces will be in place. Well, most of them. She will still need 1,000 gold to be able to create the title in the first place. But she's been good at generating that gold thus far. Her counsel most certainly have been of assistance, yet we also know that some of them have been plotting against her. We must remain cautious, and we must try and keep them all happy, as even a kindred as powerful as Melissa is only as strong as those allies she keeps closest to her. During the day, every kindred sleeps. They are vulnerable. And so as ever, Melissa must be guarded, ready for the plots and plans of those around her. It is time, once again, to muster her forces and to seek out that extra bit of power. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Princes of Darkness, where we are going to be looking at launching a war against House Tremere, a House Tremere that is incredibly weak right now, but they do have a fair few allies. We should be able to call Giovanni into this, the Giovanni family, that is. Yeah, we may need them, we may not. It depends how strong these alliances are. I mean, that's not very strong. That's another 400 troops. We've got another 500 here and another 300 here. So, yeah, no, they don't actually have that much going on. And that's probably why they're losing territory to the Eastern Lords right now. House Giovanni aren't doing great either. I mean, they've still got a pretty good spread here, but they are being broken up here a fair amount. So what we're going to be trying to do is take these provinces here as part of a duchy. At least that's our plan. And then finally, we might end up going for Venice as well. We may have to. I'm not sure how much we're actually going to get out of this. Unfortunately, we are still kind of recovering at the moment. We're running a negative, and that's because of our men-at-arms. It's taking a bit to actually get them back because, well, yeah, we've been paying to kind of refill those ranks. However, wars are incredibly profitable for us. So we're going to go ahead and declare this one right now. So going to House Tremere, let's declare that war. And we are going to, well, we could do a holy war for a duchy, which is maybe a little bit more dangerous than just doing a straight up war of conquer. Yeah, so it's only if there are rulers of our faith they would be vassalized by us. So I think this option is going to be better for us. Yeah, I mean, it's still a holy war of a kind. Oh, yeah, I wasn't looking at conquer at all. But yeah, we can conquer quite a few different regions here. If we were to do this, we would gain the titles. It costs quite a bit of prestige. No, I think we are just going to go straight up for that holy war there. Yeah, 80 piety. Let's go and declare it. And let's look at raising our army. However, we want to make sure that we're not doing that too far away. Oh, down here at Rome is totally fine. Okay, let's get those troops raised on up, Missy. And let's get marching. 4,700 troops. That sounds pretty good. So I think we're just going to slowly try and work our way through these different provinces. They might actually already be fighting an ongoing war. Let's just have a look at you here. You're fighting 3 ongoing wars, all defensive wars. So Divino here, the hidden regent of House Tremere, is going to have a hard time defending against us, I think. Oh, and I'm not entirely sure why. I cannot remember why. I'm fabricating a claim down here. Verpus, do you have another person? We could start watching. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Do that for now. Yeah, really don't know why. My court mentor Dante is fabricating a claim here. And this is a claim on a territory that is owned by Pecs. Yeah. Don't know about that. I think we might have given that to Pecs while we were still trying to fabricate some claims down there. We don't really need to worry about fabrication so much. Let's just maybe try and convert some faith there. I feel like that might go down a little bit better, eh? Yes, convert faith in the county. Thank you very much. Are you actually doing that or not? Doesn't look like you are. Okay. Yeah, no, he doesn't want to stop doing that. Okay, well, fine, we'll leave you there just for a little bit longer. And it looks like Dario has been completely swayed, so that is some good news. We are still trying to see if we can convince Dario to change her faith. If we can, then we should be able to get Pecs on board as well. However, we are going to have to wait a little while, another 7 years before we can try and convert her. Yeah, we just need to make sure that we try and keep her on our side. In general, we could continue trying to sway here, but the percentage chance isn't as good as I would like. Looking at the rest of our council here, I think we're going to start to focus on our keeper, on Shajar. Let's start trying to sway you. We could even try to befriend you, potentially. But yes, perhaps let's just try and improve that before we do anything else. Now, the siege here is nearly done, just a few more days, and there we have it. We are now occupying that territory here. Let's just double check that we can't actually siege down here as well. We can't, and our court grandeur has decreased. How unfortunate. Let's carry on towards the barony here and see if they're actually going to put up any kind of resistance against us, because no doubt they are fighting elsewhere. Dante, okay, all right, we can do a claim here. No, let's not do that. Let's stop doing that now, and hopefully we can actually get you to move on. Let's just put you elsewhere for now and see if we can actually, yeah, will this work? Okay, we can move you away. Let's see here. The faith here is currently anima. The vassal's contract protects their lands from conversion, so that's why we can't currently do that. Okay, I see. Well then, I suppose we should try and work on some of the other territories around here, especially territories that we're currently holding on to, like Orbitello down here, or we could, go back to, where things kind of began for us. Malta. Yeah, you know what? Let's go and convert the faith down here in Malta. And I think we've got 2 days left. Okay, on this here. No secrets. Okay, very well, you know best. Go back to disrupting those schemes, please. Oh, and we are actually in debt at the moment, so we don't want to drag out this war if we can avoid doing that. That's another siege done, another 5 gold. No prisoners, unfortunately. We're at 29% right now, so we're just going to continue moving through Tremere territory, taking what we can. And here we go, yet another fortress has fallen to us. 23 gold that time, a little bit better, but still not enough. Onwards. Oh, and what is this here? A gift? Wonderful. I will accept that gift from you. So, you really don't like us. You're a 10th generation Zemitzi. That's fine. We will accept your charity, and I suppose we'll like you a little bit more for it. 21 gold there from that siege. Excellent. We're still at 57%, so we need to push on further. Oh, here we go. We actually have some enemy forces. So we're going to go and station some besiegers here, and we're going to move down here. Honestly, a single attack should give us enough to potentially win this. You've only got 245 troops there, and unfortunately we had a champion wounded, and it looks like we captured an enemy banner there as well. I survey the battlefield, contemplating how this battle will be remembered, and my gaze towards the dead that remain. I notice a group of my soldiers approach, and they politely bow before me. My lady, we came upon the enemy banner while we were cleaning the battlefield. We thought it would be a shame to leave it behind. Perhaps you wish to keep it as a trophy. And what a trophy it is. Illustrious large wall ornament. It gives us a court grandeur bonus, prestige, and natural dread. So yes, let's go and add that to our collection. And we are going to go and end this war, which I'm sure they'll be happy to know that it has ended. Right. Disbanding that here, let's have a look at our court before we do anything else. Okay, so court artifacts. I don't actually think we have any room for it, so we're probably going to have to try and swap something else out here. We do have a pedestal space available for the Bavent jewelry casket. We weren't displaying that before, so good that we are now. And apparently we didn't have the book down over here, the Consolidation of Philosophy. That is in its place now. So what do we want to swap out? This is a masterwork one, the Corinthian War banner, so that gives us an extra knight. Our own one kind of gives us a prestige bonus and a renown bonus, which is okay, but it's not that great. I think we're going to go and swap that out here for the Tremere War banner, which, having it behind us, gives them a little bit of, it's all of the captured ones that we've got so far. We do have the Sardinian one over here as well, which is, faith hostility advantage. That's good, and natural dread. I think we're going to keep those out because, Yeah, they are certainly worthwhile. And more dread for Melissa is indeed a good thing. Now, let's see if we actually have enough here to be able to create this empire title. No, we still need 2 more provinces. Okay, so close, but no cigar. So, let's have a look at all of this territory here. Right, well, we could go to war with them again if there is a rulership change there. We can also have a look at... Oh, Genoa here, are you fighting a defensive war? You are. Okay, so if you lose this war here, against whom? Who are you? The Great Liar of Genoa. Oh, you're from our territory. Can I assist you? Can I help you out in this war here? Stop vassal war? I mean, we don't want to do that. Well, I don't see an option to jump in there right now, but it seems to be going in his favor, so he may actually capture this territory for us. And if he does, that is 1 more territory that is under our control. I mean, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And hey, we've got our friend here, Virica in Rome, who is wanting to pay homage to us. We get some renown, some court grandeur, and we get some prestige as well. That's nice. Thank you, my friend. Let's just check in on our current situation here, and it looks like we can change our vassal leader, Andric's contract, because we have some kind of a... we do indeed have a hook on you, don't we? Yes. So, is there something that we wish to change here? I mean, ideally, because yeah, you're a Diablerist, ideally we just, we blackmail you. Which we've already done. Okay, yeah, demand payments. That is what we're looking for here. That's going to help us get out of the hole. We're just going to go through each of these here and make sure that those payments come through, and they do. We can station some men-at-arms at these 2 different locations here, but we're not going to be holding on to them. We're going to be giving them away. So, who are they going to go to? Looking at relevance here, who do we want to trust with this? Ideally, someone that is of our faith. Ezio Bavent, our grandchilder. Well then, okay, so you are Dante's childer, and you have a sibling, Claudia. We are going to grant you this title, I think. Congratulations. There you go. You can take 2 titles, so we could give you both of these. I mean, 18 prowess, you've got 6 stewardship. You're not the best ruler in the world, but I think we can entrust you with those 2 positions there. Congratulations. Little bit of a bonus for you. We can hold court at the moment, but I don't think we're going to do that. We really need to try and get out of this hole that we're in at the moment. And hey, we can pick up a new intrigue lifestyle perk. So, what direction do we want to try and go in here? Dreadful is not a bad option. It gives us more dread in general. Also, Dark Insights gives us a 10% chance to get intrigue or prowess from torturing someone. I do like the idea of that. The truth is relative is also rather useful though, because it allows us to fabricate hooks on people. I think that's the direction that we're going to go in first, because we can use those hooks to demand that people pay us. And actually, thinking about that, I do want to start a scheme with our husband here still. No, it wasn't our husband. Ferdinando, we are wanting to do some work on you. Looks like we can demand a conversion here, so as long as we could kind of try and get you a little bit more on our side, then that would be good. We could attempt to entrance you. That would get rid of our sway scheme down here. I think we're going to focus on that first of all, and then we're going to try and focus on the others. And look at that, another payment. Wonderful, Dario, thank you very much. Oh, fantastic. Shajar has been swayed further, and we're getting a gift from Baron Anthony. A considerable gift at that. I suppose he's doing this because he's generous and he wants to lose some stress, but I won't say no to the gold. That is quite the gift. And now I think we can probably stop swaying you for the time being. I am happy with this here. We could try to befriend you. That might be a good idea to have our closest allies as our friends. It is going to take some time for that to kind of kick off. I mean, our childer as well, having them will help. A family craft. Okay, so Verpus has come to us before with Manuel to try and get him to make something for us. Tapestries, we already kind of have enough in the way of tapestries 200 gold really isn't going to be enough. We do not have enough here, and he is now considered our rival. I'm not surprised. After all the years, after everything these two have been through, it's no surprise that they are rivals. They still don't see eye to eye, and I don't think that's going to happen ever. Life in color. Interesting. What a delightful day it is. The wind is refreshing. The sun is warm. Well, I guess the moon is warm. Insects chirp happily in the undergrowth. Everything seems bright and vivid. And it's all because that loathsome buffoon, Landolf II, is blessedly dead. Fantastic. I can't contain my grin as a train of his friends and family file past me. Okay, so we have seen this before. The procession passes me by, heading to bury the body. Okay, so we are going to wait until nightfall and get a shovel, because we could very well take the Dark Lord of the Tzimisce, Landolf's head and skull, and turn it into something rather nice. Yeah, okay, my gosh, I will make you useful for once. Skull artifact? Yep. I'm assuming that worked. We have another perk we can get for the animal lifestyle, which is why we are trying to get Protean unlocked. We are getting closer now. I do actually think that we've got something here already. So let's have a look at our royal court. And I think we're going to be able to put down another goblet here, right next to old... oh, that's Dimitri. Oh, here we go. Montano's skull. Yeah, we've got a few of these skulls kicking about. And they all seem to pretty much do a similar thing, which that's fine. But yeah, this is Landolf's skull that's there now. Oh, brilliant. And that does look like quite the goblet. Good job. Oh, befriend, a gesture of generosity. I should be able to help along my attempt to befriend the Duchess by presenting her with a gift. So what are we to do about that? A cheap gift that could help us along. It gives us some extra scheme power. We're looking okay. Let's not come on too strong. More good news down here. I think that territory has been captured, but it's a little hard to tell, honestly, because I thought it was here. Not sure if it has been fully won over. Looking at this here, we still need those two de jure counties, so that ain't going to happen just yet, unfortunately. So we really don't want to go to war against Giovanni. So really that just leaves us these two provinces here, and that's 2 extra wars with House Tremere. Unfortunately, it can take quite a while for those to go away. If we do have our person here, Dario, focusing on foreign affairs, there is a chance that those truces could be shortened, potentially. What I'm hoping is that there's some kind of inner conflict between the Giovanni house so that we can try and sweep up some land, because I don't want to lose them as an ally. They are a very, very useful ally. Matriarch Ermengilda here is very, very useful to us. Oh, we can demand even more payments right now, so we're going to go and send out those demands, get that extra gold, and continue our days. Oh, and an invitation to a hunt. Adelazia's hunt. Okay, in Lunai. Right? Sure. Participating acclaimed knights may gain glory as well. We have 52 days to reach there. Let us join the hunt. That does sound like it should be fun, and it really isn't that far. It's just up here. Okay, we could go to Genoa along the way. I feel like going there afterwards would probably be the right choice for us. So after there, we are going to go to Genoa, and then we'll just kind of loop back around. It's not going to add that much time. So in terms of what we want down here, superior armaments, it could help with the danger that we have here. Now it's just 6 medium chances of danger. We could take up a Gould entourage, or we could make haste, which would get us there faster. Lot more dangers though, so maybe we just forego that for now. We can't have the superior mounts, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure why. Something is blocking us out from that. So yeah, I think we'll just take it as it is. 159 speed, that's good. It's going to be 4 months for us to do this. There is 11 people in our entourage. Okay, well, let's get moving. Let's join. It's only 5 gold for us to do this. Yeah, sure. And we are off. Let us hope it goes well. Oh, and right away, under the night guise. Traveling long distance for a vampire is a miserable affair, as the sun proves a formidable deterrent. If you try to move by day, you will have some very specific and suspicious accommodations to make sure your resting place stays perfectly sunproof. Yeah, so it is what it is. We could delay our trip by 21 days or push on faster. We will push on faster for now and see where that goes. Toll collectors. I see. Of course, the toll. Perhaps you take the payment in blood. Tolls are for peasants, and I am a paragon. So there is a small chance here that someone becomes wounded. Actually, there's a very high chance that Stefan gets wounded by this individual here. 11 prowess. You've got 31, so that seems strange. I mean, wounded is better than nothing else. Stefan, good luck. Don't die. And I don't think he died. We'll find out soon enough, though, I'm sure. And tempting fruit. I see. A fruit. A delicious-looking fruit. Hold on, what if it is poisonous? Or just let her eat it. So we have seen something like this before. Unknown plant sickness, -4 or +2. Let her eat it, it's fine. It does actually invigorate the body and the mind. So, okay, well, good for you. We're not going to take that risk. We don't want to lose things. Poetry people. My lady, please. But a moment of your time to hear my latest poem. This isn't the first Italian who has tried to introduce me to their poetry, and considering the road ahead, surely not the last. There must be a true infatuation with poetry here, for every other dreamer to have a poem in their hearts. I should talk to them and learn more. Okay, the cost of establishing refined poetry tradition is reduced by 1,000 prestige, or we gain the trait poet, which I kind of like the idea of that. Gives us a bit of extra diplomacy per our level of fame, monthly prestige, and our personal scheme powers go up as well. Yeah, sure, let us become a poet. And a quarrelsome lot. Interesting. We can hurtify someone, so it means that someone has probably died somewhere, sometime. As we track through Pisa, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by tall grass. I proceed towards the commotion, only to find Alessio and Basarab having an irate row. Buck up, you sniveling cur, and fight me. Show me your worth. A craven like you has no right being on this journey. Alessio spits at the ground. Basarab merely cowers in fear, weeping silently to himself. Basarab's a pretty big dude, and he's a revenant at that. Alessio is a mortal, so it's wild that he's talking to him like that. There is only one way to solve this. There is a very strong chance that Alessio gets wounded here and we get some dread. We could try to go with the kind of diplomatic option here. We're impatient, so we would kind of, we get a bit of stress. I think in this instance, we will attempt to try and get them to see eye to eye, and it seems like we were successful there. We're going to lose some stress in this hunt anyway, so let's see where it goes. And, gift artifact. Interesting. Greetings, my impeccable liege. Please accept this humble gift. Pecs is giving us the charting of the human body. Okay. Thank you. I'm very appreciative of that. Let's actually go to our court and see if we can't place that somewhere. We do have a space for it over here. Cool. Monthly lifestyle experience gives us a little bit of extra learning. Thank you, Pecs. I do like that we've got the Rock Lord here who is hunting alongside everyone else. Very nice. And who are you? The stud. You are very large there, friend. You're a revenant as well. I see. Apotheosis. Interesting. You do have some children as well who no doubt are revenants. You're 142, so you've been a ghoul for a while. You're a murderer, a deviant. I see. But what is going on here? Lael assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the highlands near Lunai. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks. Okay, let's get out there. We're seeking, or rather she's seeking the road. We're assisting here. Oh, and it seems that Baron Anthony is having a hard time with Adelasia, bumping into his horse, sending him tumbling to the ground. This is no way for a countess to act. I mean, yeah, sure, it isn't. We get a little bit of extra diplomacy for doing that. You're acting like a child and you will be punished by one. We don't want to decrease our chances of success here. We do lose a little bit of stress because we are sadistic. Let's try and be at least a little bit diplomatic. Oh, And we have made a friend. That is some good news. Befriend, a mutual understanding. Well, that is good. We are closer than ever. Fantastic. I'll take it. And now, what do we have here? Wildflowers. I must keep up with appearances. It increases the success chance of the hunt. Pressed snapdragon. Yeah, we don't need the trinket. We're fine. Let us just carry on hunting. Okay, so she knows of the beast's covert, where it's hiding out. So be it. Let's chase it down. Okay, and I didn't stand it. And here we go. There's something majestic about the way the roe gazes across the landscape. Hidden in the tall grass, I raise my bow. Countess Adelasia cries, "Loose! Bring it down!" She slowly takes aim, the roe cocking its head as though in anticipation. Bowstring snap as a dozen arrows whistle towards the animal. It slides towards us, barks, pincushioned with shafts. It did not stand a chance. Yeah. Okay, we're taken down under a hail of arrows. Okay, no, there is a trinket there at the end of it all. Let's finish the hunt. We did get some prestige out of that as well, which is nice. I will take that. And we've gained some more experience as a hunter, which is fantastic. Oh, wow, that's a ridiculous amount of prestige. That was quite a jump. Yeah, and we visited the walls of Genoa. We got some martial experience there. So that trinket wasn't for us. That's okay. Now, it looks like we might be able to do some more herdification here. So let's start having a look around and see who we might want to try and grab. Now, there are colors underneath these personality traits. These two yellow ones here would lead me to believe that Joffrey here is more than likely going to have choleric blood. So do we want more choleric blood right now? I mean, yeah, that would still be nice. So let's, instead of trying to just herdify you now, I think we're going to try and hunt you. Oh, we're on a journey, so we can't do that. So I suppose, yeah, let's just try and herdify you and hope that you're going to be a good one. Weird whispers. Okay, so Basarab, buddy, what are you doing? Let him take care of it. What are we going to do? I don't want him to leave because he is useful, and he does actually have a melancholy, an intense melancholy resonance. He is a part of our herd after all. Okay. Okay, a scolding. A scolding's probably better than losing him altogether. And more toll collectors. I see a mortal here. Perhaps you take your payment in blood. Yeah, I mean, Gawain has been fine with all of this. He's doing a good job. And now we have a wolf struggle. I see. We have seen this event before as well. Let's see if we can maybe try and help Marcella, the Craven here. We could send someone else in to help, or we could help ourselves. 75 or 72% chance here that we do succeed. Let's see. We beat the wolf. Okay, we get some extra prestige there, and she has joined our court. I mean, you're not going to be able to do much for us, but that is fine. Now we have a quarrelsome lot. Okay, there is a commotion here. Okay, there is only one way to solve this. I mean, yeah, I think that is the route that we would usually go. However, I do like us getting some more diplomacy experience. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay, we convinced them to settle their differences, and we have made it back inside. Excellent. I think we'll look at working off a little bit of stress to begin with. Okay, heavier is more. We can commission some extra hefty training fangs, which gives us good exercise. It does cost us though. So no, let's just go for the regular improvements. And we can demand a payment here. 10 gold is nothing to scoff at. And a test of loyalty. I mean, we are friends now. I can't stop thinking about where Shajar's loyalties lie. Is she a true friend or just a sycophant? Or sycophant? Perhaps a little test will put my mind to rest. One of my agents, a fake secret, an anonymous gift. What would make her betray my trust? 30 pieces of silver? No, 3 beautiful men, ready and willing. Okay, choose carnal pleasures over friendship. This is beneath me. Oh wow, we're impatient and sadistic, so I guess we have to go along with this. Okay, let's see. She proves her loyalty. Excellent, so we get some more prestige out of that as well. And we've also gained a loyalty hook on her, which means that we can... Okay, do a little bit of something down here. We also have a phlegmatic perk, and we have someone that we're going to want to have a look at. So let's get that gold, first of all, from Shajar. 60 gold, very nice. Obligations have been paid off for the time being. And so here, Mortal Rome has been in even greater uproar than usual as of late. The main cause being one Cola di Reinzo, a commoner having managed to become a leader in the city by sheer charisma twice. He dreams of a new Rome, clearly infatuated with his own delusions of grandeur. The man also seems quite meek when it comes to warfare and is easily bullied. Your agents are doubtful he will be if he's really talented or just insanely lucky. The fact is that the Rome mob is clearly turning against him now. An opportunity for you to embrace an unlikely but perhaps useful child. Let's have a look here. Decent intrigue, decent diplomacy. Indeed, a spineless blackguard. You are a craven, arbitrary, gregarious person. Do we want to try and go for this here? Pull some strings? I mean, if anything, you could be a good ghoul. So we will attempt and see if we are successful, and seemingly we are. Okay, so we could turn you into a ghoul first and then potentially embrace you afterwards, because you are a good candidate for embrace, but it's difficult for you to beat the 26 diplomacy that Dario has here. And I mean, 17 intrigue is good. I think for now we are just going to turn you into a ghoul. So let's see here. Ghoulify. If we can, that would be fantastic. Let's see that done. Oh, and that did interrupt our herdification process, but that's fine. Burying the hatchet. Stop being rivals. I feel like that would be beneficial for now, so let's do that. And we've converted the faith down here. Very nice. I think we could have a look at trying to convert faith elsewhere. Abyssal is kind of spreading down here, so maybe we'll go into Syracuse and we'll start to do a little bit of magic. Oh, would you look at that? Etrius has taken over House Tremere again. The reason that's very good for us, because Davino isn't ruling things anymore. What are you ruling, actually? You're unlanded. You've been kicked out entirely. Well, isn't that just a shame? Because now we can go to war against House Tremere again. So, we want to try and get these two provinces here. If we go for a duchy, it's not going to give us everything. So, we might as well just say Conquer County instead. 78 prowess, that's fine. So we're going to try and go for Venice first, and then this is the last territory that we need for the Sea of Shadows. So we will have to wait until we win this war, but for now, I think we're going to go for it. We just vastly outnumber them in terms of troops. So let's raise up those soldiers, Missy, and we're going to start marching. We'll probably just station our besiegers here and then go straight. Oh dear. Oh, someone's trying to steal from us. Okay, well, that's better than someone trying to murder us, but we'll have a look and see here. Okay, that's a pretty good chance of that succeeding. Okay, well, we do have you on disrupt schemes, so that's kind of the best that we can do with that for now. It looks like their troops are running for the time being, going for one of our properties, and a secret has been exposed. A secret. Truth has reached the light of day. My brother Duke Pecs has had an affair with his soulmate, Alfionzia. Okay, or Alfonsina? Alfonsina, there we go. We got there. Who is immortal? Well, okay. Have we nothing more important to tend to? Yes. Well, that's fine, I suppose. And a schemer. Ooh, it is Divinio who is trying to steal something. He's plotting to steal an artifact. Okay, well, we know that now, and the scheme has immediately been abandoned. Well, I see. And what have we here? Oh, just an improvement, because Dario, of course, his wife has been hanging out and actually saying some good things about us. So thank you, Dario. Much appreciated. And, well, we've finally got there. The quest for Protean. I have roused my blood and prepared myself to the best of my ability, but the finer points of Protean still elude me. If I want to master this discipline all the way, I will need a teacher. Luckily, my scouts have told me where we can find such a person. The county of Monferrato. I see. Okay. We will travel with the brood of Bavent. Let's get started right away. And a positive surprise. During a recent visit, I spent some time speaking with Countess Dario's sister-in-law, or rather, our sister-in-law, Duke Pecs. I've been holding Dario in quite high regard, and what he told me has made it clear that I was right to. Okay, they've just got respect for each other. That's good. Good on you. Good on you. Okay, so let's see. We are going over here to Asti. I see. Okay, there isn't really anywhere else that we can go around here that makes sense on our journey. It's going to take us 48 days, which is actually pretty quick. We could look at trying to speed things up, making haste. That really only adds 2 low dangers. How much time does it save? Only just like a few days. So no, we'll go with the superior armaments. We'll start traveling. We'll see how this goes. The quest for knowledge begins. Viorica, Pecs, and Shajar are all with us, so they should also get this as an ability. So it's good stuff for them. Okay, what's going on here? Why are we not sieging them? Is it because we left? We're not commanding them anymore? No? Well, let's get La Sombra's Guardian taking over here, and I suppose we'll move on. Is it this position here that we're sieging? I'm not sure. Meeting the mentor. Okay, we arrive in Monferrato. I start making inquiries about the whereabouts of my prospective teacher. We have Lucia here of Monferrato. We are ready to learn. Okay, so we are underway there. That's good. And we have a new Sanguine perk available. We've got a few perks that we need to have a look at. Finding yourself. Protean is the ability to change yourself in various ways and shaping your outward appearance with few limits. While powerful, this makes it a tricky discipline to learn, as we've grown quite accustomed to our physical form. An immortal like you never truly changes, and being able to suddenly shift some parts of your body has made you more emotionally troubled than you would have first thought. What does this truly mean? We would spend some prestige here. That is fine. An unfair advantage. As you master the discipline of Protean, you find that it holds a lot of martial potential. Suddenly sprouting claws out of your hands can certainly turn the tide of a losing battle, and you find yourself relying on such tactics more and more. Your mentor advises caution, as this superiority feeling can be your downfall if you cannot use Protean in a fight, or if your adversary is prepared for it. Maybe they are just jealous that you are learning so well. I'm great. That is all. So we gain sparring delusions of superiority, which is a bit of a negative, or wise counsel. We spend some prestige and, okay, we still gain the trait Protean. So it's about either gaining prestige or losing it. I think in this instance, we will try and be at least a little bit more humble. We have the trait now, and sticks in the wheel. Shit, we're going to be late. Well, that's fine. We will just be a little late. We've got so many things that we need to have a look at now, though. So first of all, I think we are just going to go after that army. And now we're going to have a look at the many things that we can unlock. We're going to start with Sanguine, and let's see. Bloodlust enhances the phobia power. The phobia power is a discipline that works passively in battles to give you advantages while you are the commander, mainly depending on your current dread. Very nice. So it's going to make for some really, really good advantages going forwards. Finally, Perfect World. We need to be a 4th generation kindred to be able to do that. We're not there just yet, but my gosh, whoa. It's an elder perk. So I'm surprised that Sanguine is the tree that we've made it the furthest along, because Choleric was what we were really shooting for. But now, under Phlegmatic, we have Advanced Dominate, which just in general is going to give us some more prowess, but it's going to unlock some more powers down the Dominate tree. So let's go and unlock that. Okay. We now have Advanced Domination, and now under Animal, we have Protean. And we can start to pick these things up one by one. So Eyes of the Beast, enemy hostile schemes are reduced by 15%. So we can add a supernatural red gleam to our eyes that gives us sight even in the total absence of light. Brilliant. I do wonder if we can actually change some of these things here. Weight of a feather. The vampire can reduce their effective mass and density, making themselves almost weightless. Very useful. Feral weapons. As the feral weapons shapeshift option, you can grow your claws into deadly weapons. The vampire can extend their natural weapons to monstrous proportions. Again, very nice. We now have 2 more perks we can pick up here. Earth Meld. It gives us a decent amount of travel safety, makes us more resistant to abduction, diablerization, and murder. Becoming one with the soil, the vampire sinks into the earth unless in torpor. The vampire rises again the following night. Brilliant. and then shape change. As a shapeshift option, you can now shapeshift into a bestial form. The vampire can assume the shape of an animal, usually one associated with their clan, or the type of prey they most commonly hunt. Super cool. Okay, and then metamorphosis gets down there as well. Okay, so we're getting some good stuff when it comes to the animal perks. Now, something that we can actually do when it comes to that is, let's see, we're going to go to more and then drain animal. So we can set up to automatically drain animals. So we will automatically drain animals every 6 months for some animal XP. The action doesn't give blood, but it will give us a small amount of stress for each hunt. That is okay. We can deal with that. We want to get that extra animal resonance. Now looking at Missy here, we're going to go to more and let's see, shapeshift. So first of all, eyes of the beast. Okay, so there is a chance that we become hungrier here. Let's go ahead and shapeshift. We've got the eyes of the beast going. Yeah, they're looking good. Okay, we didn't actually get hungrier there. Brilliant. So, shapeshift again. So, now extend feral weapons, and we can also shape change into a wolf, shape change into a boar, or shape change into a lion. I honestly feel like a lion would fit Missy quite well. So, yeah. Diplomatic scheme power goes down by a bit because we're a lion. If we extend our feral weapons before we do that, can we also kind of keep them out? Yeah, there's a small chance that we have some masquerade exposure here. Let's roll the dice, see if we get hungrier. We do, that's okay, but it did work. And I think that we lost our eyes of the beast there, because it seems like maybe we can only have one of those things active at a time, which if that's the case, then I guess that's okay. 2 prowess, we get some extra dread. Do we want to try? Oh yeah, loses feral weapons. I mean, it's better dread, it's better prowess, it's also better animal experience as well. I think we're going to spend some time as a lion. Let's shapeshift. Okay, so we don't see it over here, but I suppose that Melissa is utilizing that where she can. That may affect this. It doesn't seem like it's going to that much. Yeah, but we're okay. We are a little bit on the hungry side, but that's all right. We'll just start traveling back here, and we have made it back to our home, or at least quite close to. No, I mean, we're back in our home territory. That's what it's telling us. Okay, but it looks like we've got a bit of a fight going on here. This is going to be one that Melissa is not running, but it's one that we should be able to win pretty easily. Metal Man. Okay, so we've got someone in armor here who is trying to fight, and really there ain't much going on there. Okay, consider the armor gone for a price. Okay, so you're potentially selling that? We could offer him loyal squires for his fealty, leave him to his fate. Because yeah, he's struggling to get out of his armor. Okay, no, I think we'll just leave him to his fate. Get some stress back that way, and a quarrelsome lot. Okay, so we definitely want to try and remedy things between these two, because it's important that they stay on the same page. They're both on the council, they kinda need to like each other. And now, snowbound. It has been snowing for days now. The road ahead appears completely impassable. However, as I look ahead, I see a small group of people approach us fast across the snowdrifts. Soon, a man stands before me and speaks with a wide grin. You seem to be in quite a predicament, but fear not. For a fair price, we will return or help return you to your travels. Okay, could try and use diplomacy. I mean, yeah, let's go for the diplomatic action, and it seems to have worked out in our favor. More danger though, more danger. Traveling through the sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects on at least my state of mind. So yeah, someone's having a little bit of trouble here. We could try to go for it, or we could let Pecs try to go for it. I think we stand a better chance of curing this disease, and indeed we have. Well done. We're at 64% now when it comes to this war. I think we're just going to march straight on the capital here. Yeah, okay, troops get together. We're making a move. We've got some sticks in the wheel, so we're going to be a little late. That's fine. We have another payment that we can demand here, which we will. And then let's see how this siege goes. Excellent. We have actually made it back properly now, so that means that we are going to allow Missy to take back command of this army. She's going to be a much more competent leader. She might not be as good at sieges as some of our other leaders are, but We'll be fine. And look at that. We now have a loyal retainer. Your service will be rewarded. So we're going to use some prestige here to do this. We are going to... Well, I was potentially going to get a little hungrier, but we're okay. Your prowess is pretty terrible. You got some potence there, though. You're going to be around for a little while. We could try to marry you off to someone that has some good traits, because then you will have revenant children. So let's just go to traits here. We'll go to inheritable, and hopefully we can find someone that has some good stuff. You're 106, so you're already a ghoul of some kind, right? You're wandering at the moment. You have quick. Interesting. Scaly albino, but pure-blooded. Okay, we've got a few pure-blooded people at the moment. The scales, maybe not so useful, though. I'd say that Hale most certainly is. You know what? Sure. Let's roll the dice here with our scaly albino. Let's go send off that proposal. Oh, and it has been accepted. Well, good luck to you two. And I will actually just double check there. Ah, yes, you're a Zadruga. You are a revenant as well. Possessed, pure-blooded, you're a drunkard as well. Okay, but you do actually have a few different interesting disciplines here. The Scourge, though, it's somehow getting worse. Somehow the Black Death strain seems to have mutated so far. It only affects mortals and carried little direct consequence for vampires, but this isn't the case anymore. This variant, dubbed the Scourge by scholars, directly attacks the vampire's vitae. It makes the blood less powerful than it otherwise is, and as such requires greater expenditure to actually work. Combined with the limited blood supply due to the mortals dying left and right with the Black Death, the only good news is that the Scourge doesn't seem lethal to vampires, only debilitating at most. Despite frantic inquiries, nobody has started or has a clue on how this could have happened or if someone is responsible for it. It's probably the Tremere. Yeah, I mean, the Tremere are to blame for sure. The Tremere in your realm won't like that. Is there an end to this nightmare? Some vampires have started getting infected by the Scourge and spreading it. The Cappadocians have meddled with the dead mortal corpses, or it's obviously the Setites' faults. We don't actually have many Setites in our realm, so we could blame the Setites for it. But it could be the Cappadocians or it could be the Tremere. Honestly, I think it's probably more a Tremere thing that's going on here, but we do have some very good Tremere friends, so perhaps we will go and blame the Setites. Yep, there we go. Oh, and let's go and station some besiegers here, because we're going to chase after this army with Missy. It's going to take us a little bit to catch up with them, but we should be able to get them down here. Oh, and we seized an artifact. Anger for the House of Tremere. Neat. Okay, get some tourney loss, some court grandeur, and it looks like we've already won this. We are going to try and see if we can just finish this battle first, though, because there's a chance that we could get some prisoners out of this, and indeed, we did. Okay, we got a gargoyle out of that. So, let's go and enforce our demands, first of all, and just kind of wait for those to go through before we do anything else. Let's go and pause things there. We did some animal hunting, so we got some stress. Let's go and disband all of these troops, and now let's just go through, first of all, to our royal court and see if we can't place down this thing. Okay, so what is it exactly? It's a pedestal item, so it would have to go down here somewhere. So prestige is pretty good. The court grandeur bonus is also good. Do we want to sacrifice one of these skulls here? Not really. We could get rid of the Bavent jewelry case for now, but extra prestige, extra piety. I think let's display this for now, instead of the other. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and yeah, we have the territory now. We have Venice under our control. Now, I would kind of like to hold on to Venice if possible, so we're probably going to give this province away. Let's see who could come next. I mean, we could go for another one of our childer. We have a great grandchilder here, Laura Bavent. Okay, your prowess is okay. Svenik, our bodyguard, we don't want him to get too powerful because honestly he's very useful. We have leader Dalek of Genoa. You've already got some provinces, so we'll leave you to that. So yeah, you know what? Laura, congratulations, this is now your territory. Yeah, okay, good for you. You are of our faith as well, so that is very, very useful. Right, your grandsire was Galam, our very first childer. Long may he rest. Excellent. So now we're going to go and try and get some control going here, and we're actually going to change to convert faith here as well. Yeah, let's go to board that last one. So we are one more territory closer. 57 out of the 58 needed. So really, it's just down to this last piece here coming into place. But unfortunately, we are going to be dealing with this truce for a while yet. Unless it changes, it's 5 years until we can go to war again, which, you know what, that can actually go by pretty quickly. Now, we do have some prisoners that we want to probably have a look at here. Okay, that's right, Viola, you're just chilling out in our dungeon at the moment. You're still in our herd, and you have negligible phlegmatic resonance. We're probably going to release you from our herd, honestly. Yes, we shall release you, and we're probably going to let you out. You've been in prison for a while now. You are still quite a good knight, so we're going to negotiate your release here. We want to, first of all, demand a conversion. We can't. Okay. Interesting. Don't know why we can't. Let's just negotiate the release, and we'll make sure that we actually turn you back into a knight very quickly. Now, George here. Let's have a look at George. George, also quite good, of the same faith, via Servilis, because it's the road of service. Maybe gargoyles have to be of that faith. You are 5th generation. Interesting. Okay, well, let's try and see. We're not going to torture here. No, I think we will just negotiate that release. We can recruit. We can also get a weak hook on you as well, which I think that would probably be beneficial. We could try and blood bond you before you leave the prison, but I think that's fine for now. And then we have this 9th generation kindred who's just chilling out in here for now. We could blood bond you, or we could turn you into our herd. Not sure what you're going to have. Actually, in saying that, that's probably all melancholic, right? Yeah, so let's herdify you. Another sheep joins my herd. Wonderful. And we can see that you have a fleeting melancholy resonance. So that is something. That's okay. Oh, a mental break. Unfortunate. And now George has been released. Okay, so let's lose some stress. Maybe I'll walk to my getaway. Okay, there we go. We lose some stress there. Let's make sure that we're not stressed in the future. Otherwise, that could become a little bit of a problem. So let's go have a look at our knights now and make sure that those that are the strongest are actually serving. So we are going to make sure that Viola, we are going to force you to stay as our champion there. And George, same deal with you. I think you'll both get along just fine. Now, you don't actually have a spouse at the moment. George, maybe that could work out. We don't actually seem to have that as an option right now. So, yeah, it is what it is. Now, having a look at Venice, okay, well, I guess not quite yet. This morning, I had a delightful encounter with a charming young servant. We joked, we laughed, and we parted with glad hearts, all because I made the effort to be somewhat more personable. Perhaps I could apply this bout of flirtatious confidence to more than just my personal affairs. Okay, overtly coquettish for 5 years, a lingering touch, a gaze that could charm the adversary himself. Well, this is all beneath me. I think it is beneath Melissa at this stage. But yeah, looking at Venice here, we do have the Doge's Palace. Okay, so doing feasts here is a little bit cheaper for us, so that's fun. There's also a breach of the masquerade that we are going to have to deal with here. That is frustrating. Well, okay. Let's deal with that first of all. So Carlo saw our countess here violate the silence of the blood. So we can just make him forget about it. I'm having a look to see what he's kind of got going on right now. We could just straight up kill him. There isn't much of a chance here. Drain him of his blood. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that option there. And then having a look at you, order my minions to arrest you. We could forgive you, or for a favor. It's most certainly going to be for a favor, and that's a favor that we are going to charge you for. Okay, you're here to pay homage to us. Sure, let's do that. Okay, prestige and Warcourt grandeur, we will take that. We're up to 6 now. Good. Let's demand that payment. Okay, so be it. We can also pardon some of these criminals here. We're going to leave that as an open option for us, should we need to. For now, though, let's just kick back and relax. Oh, okay, a melancholic perk is available, and we also have a gift coming our way, 150 from the Great Liar. Fantastic. Good to have you as a friend. And now, let's see, what do we have going on here? Prowess from pain or flesh of marble. The power of the blood causes the skin of the vampire to harden, taking on a marble-like sheen that is still supple, but stops almost any blow before momentarily breaking to reform. Okay, gives us some really good resistance to diablerization and also murder. Prowess from pain unlocks a new fortitude character interaction. Injuries and impairments now only fuel the power of the vampire, who grows stronger and faster from each blow, rend, or tear received. So the more damage we are, the more damage we do. I think we're going to go for flesh of marble, first of all, though, just because, well, we've had some murder plots against us, and just more resistance in general is going to be useful to us. Looks like we can actually upgrade down here as well, so we're going to be doing that. We should be doing that everywhere we can, actually. So having a look at Rome, let's see where you are at. Oh, well, yeah, Rome is maxed out right now. Hang on a second. You can declare war on Councillor Etrius? We can? Really? Why? Why can we declare war? What's going on there? I don't know why. He must have lost power briefly and then gained it again. But we can declare war again. It has not been 5 years, right? Certainly, I'm pretty sure it hasn't been 5 years. Okay, so we are going to go for the territory here. We could just do straight up conquer. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. 68 prestige. My gosh. House Tremere is having a really, really rough time of it, aren't they? Okay, so we're going to march on over there, and we're going to see if we can actually get that besiege down this time. And it is a pretty quick siege here. Wonderful, that is done. I think we actually did complete the siege last time. It's just difficult to tell that we have. And, okay, we're getting quite stressed from all the animal feeding, so we're going to need to try and do things to counteract that where possible. Okay, all right, and there is something else going on here. What is happening at our court? Let's pay a quick visit here and see. Can't see anything. Well, okay. I suppose that might be afterwards. We can have a look at that. Looks like a lot of the territory has already been taken over, so this shouldn't be that difficult for us to siege. And you learned Greek. Good for you. And it looks like, oh dear, Etrius has already lost to Duke Tabak here, the nobleborn, who is just decked out in blood right now. Good for you. Let us not forget that right now we are a lion. We're in lion form most of the time. And I think we'll probably have to face this other army here, this invading army, but we'll see how this goes. We managed to capture some territory here. We're just going to have to keep on moving through, just capturing bit by bit. So it's going to be a little bit of a grueling process, or maybe not, because we've just seen the enemy army. We can take them down, we'll be able to get a fair amount of prestige from taking them out in battle. That is more stress. Missy, be careful. Oh, there we go. And we managed to capture Marco Polo. Well, I'll be damned. So, Etrius got you. Back in the day, I do recall. And you're a 5th generation Tremere. So, Marco Polo would be fantastic if we were able to convince you to join us. Let's see about that. I mean, we could ransom you for a weak hook, but that's no good. No. Let's negotiate release, demand your conversion, recruit you, and do we want to blood bond you before we release you? How expensive is that going to be to do? 250. A strong hook. I say we're going to go for it. We have you blood bonded. Now, let's go do that thing. No, we can't do anything else. That is enough. And I am happy with that. We're going to let that go through before we actually end up finishing this war here. Any moment now. Here we are. You have no choice but to accept. Welcome, bold thinker Marco Polo. Okay, let's go and finish this war here, enforce our demands, and disband those troops. And with that, we now have enough, I believe, to form here. We have the amount of counties. We just need 1,000 gold. So, how are we going to get that? We can start demanding payments. And we are going to be demanding many of those payments over time. We could demand one from Marco Polo right now. Sure, let's get that. And having a look at our council, Shajar, you are very good, but Marco Polo, is better, I believe. Yeah, 19 stewardship. Very nice, very nice. I think it might be time to swap that around. Pecs, we definitely need to get out of the marshal position, because there will be better people for that role. Shajar no doubt will be upset about this. Oh, you've lost your spouse. The Rock Lord is dead? How did he die? Mysterious circumstances. Could it be possibly that the person that has murdered our other childer decided to murder her spouse, who is like in human form now? Wild. Okay, so let's try and find a spouse for you. See who might be a good fit. We're going to go for Alliance Power here. So Ackfrid here seems to be a pretty good match. 10th generation. What is the alliance though? So your parent has, okay, a fair few troops. So who would actually be useful out of this though? Pack member Godfrey here could also be useful. Yeah, just looking through, no massive numbers of troops. So we could go for someone that has higher prowess. We'll see if there's anyone incredible. Well, I mean, yes, 51 prowess. The Butcher of Russ. Gnarly, absolutely gnarly looking dude. Mass Regnant. Okay, it is a crime. Yeah, you create a large amount of ghouls. I see. You're 6th generation. 6th generation Zemitzi. You're a raider. Gnarly dude. You're a warlord sheriff. You do actually have titles already, so we wouldn't actually get you into our territory. So if we go over here and we look at traits we don't actually worry about right now. So let's just say all. And then ruler, we're just going to say, is it unlanded we're looking for? Or no, not ruler. That's it. Okay, 48 prowess. Thomas Thoreau here. Scion of Constantinople. Quite the looker. Okay, 7th generation. You're a Greek gangrel here. You're melancholic. I see. But you have 48 prowess. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's see if we can get that to work. Matrilineal marriage. Let's go send that off there. And we'll see how that works out for us. Shajar does have a fair amount of territory, so she would be considered a powerful vassal. So, yeah. Okay, are you actually over here now? You are. Fantastic. So, we're certainly going to be able to put you to use, I think. But do we want to swap things around here? Is that something that we really want to be doing? Could upset you. Your husband really does not like us. And that's because of his faith, correct? I mean, it's only one difference, right? I think we'll keep you in Shajar, because that is a good bonus now. You're 18, that's pretty good. Pecs, we can't shift out, unfortunately. Really, it should be Countess Kanom here, La Sombra's guardian. She should be the person that is guiding our armies going forwards. But Pecs is still a bit of a problem. He's locked himself into this position. He's guaranteed it. But you know what? If we start to fabricate some claims on him, we may be able to get some counter hooks. Yeah, fabricate hook. A 75% chance of it being successful. Let's see if we can't get that to work out for us. I don't think we're going to be able to get anyone to help us out with this. There is a 50% chance of secrecy, which isn't fantastic. So let's see if we can maybe improve that here. Can you help us with this? Hostile scheme powers. Is it hostile? I mean, could be. Let's see. We'll get you to support our scheme and then see. 65% secrecy, that is better. All right, let's go with that for now then. Oh, and we do actually have this new territory that we need to go and divvy out to someone. You know what? Marco Polo? We could give you that territory. There we go. You are now a landed vassal. Oh, and we can steer House Unity yet again. So we're going to continue to steer towards Harmonious, because that's just going to be better for us overall. It is going to use a fair amount of our piety to be able to do that, but that's okay. We can get some of that piety back just by being an evil bastard. And you know what? Speaking about that, let's go to our prisoner here. Maybe we can torture you for a little bit. Oh, damn it. Okay, we have to spend piety? I thought we'd be able to gain some from doing that. That's unfortunate. Well, if we do want to lose a little bit of that stress, I suppose we can find other ways to do it. That's fine. Right now, we just need to focus on getting gold, kind of as fast as we can. And Dario, thank you for that payment. We'll take that. Looks like we can boost up our town here as well, so we're going to do that. And we can also have a look at other things that we can construct here eventually, but most of them are going to require gold, and right now we're just wanting to try and save as much gold as possible. Oh, excellent. We might have an opportunity to get some more gold here. Well, in this case, no, but prestige and renown is also good. Okay. A daring rescue. Would it not be wonderful if Duke Pecs owed me, not out of fear but out of gratitude, for if I, example, were to save him from vicious bandits while he was out traveling, indeed vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gates. I would charge in with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Pecs in a life debt to me. So simple, yet so convincing. Unfortunately, it is going to cost us a fair bit to be able to do this. It would give us a weak hook, or I should think more carefully about this. No, we'll go for it. We will go for that. We will take that. You are now indebted to us with that. I will take that. So we can immediately demand a payment from him for that. But now we might actually be able to modify his vassal contract because we have a hook that we can use on them. So his religious rights aren't actually protected. Inner circle guaranteed. We could look at taking that off using a hook. He would have to go for it. And then we would be able to get someone better on the council there. I think that's the route that we're going to go. Let's go and modify that. That is done. That is dusted. And okay, his contract forbids forceful conversion. Interesting. So it's still in there somewhere. Religious rights protected. I mean, that wasn't ticked, so, Domain is protected. The covenant. Here. Enforced or unenforced. I see. The liege cannot demand conversion of the vassal. Okay, so is there anything that we could potentially give him then? No, because he's already got the best things possible. That is unfortunate. We could actually just try and fabricate a claim on him again, maybe. Is that something that we can do? Not again for another 2 years' time. You know what? We could try and mesmerize. That can give us a hook, so yeah, we'll give that a shot. And it looks like we can hurtify yet again. So, okay. That's a fair bit of sanguine that we're seeing there. Let's start that. Oh, and that's immediately going to go and stop the other thing that we were doing. And just in time, we have a gift. Excellent. Just as we started to go into debt. We're going to go and work off some of our stress as well. And yeah, Shajar, let's see if we can get you to be athletic as well. Oh yes, and we can now have a look at swapping you off. Oh, blocked from removing until... Okay, that's still a while. I thought removing it from the contract would be instantly good for us. So maybe we should have actually gone for the religious route right away. That is unfortunate. Okay. So our armies are filled now, but we are still losing gold at this stage, which is unfortunate here. And it looks like we're swapping some war stories with Pecs here. Okay. No one spins a yarn like Pecs, or my story is better. He's going to lose some respect here, but Missy is going to challenge that. There we have it. The task is finished over here as well, and there is someone trying to kill Arianwe, who, wow, yeah, I didn't realize how long you've been around. I think you'll probably be fine, if I had to take a guess. And a burning rivalry. Okay, someone has our skull goblet, that of Dimitri. Who are you exactly? Our rival? Oh, right. It's funny, we've got rivals and I don't even know who you are. Yeah, burn it then, you fiend. The skull goblet is destroyed, or are you afraid to face me? No, we're going to duel. We shall duel. We lost the skull goblet. We will be able to get that back from this, no doubt. So let's see how this will go here. You've got 14 prowess. Missy now has how much? 65 prowess. So you can't hurt me. Your skin becomes near indestructible. Strike the earth. I mean, that's a pretty good chance, a very high success chance there as well. On guard is always good. We lose some stress because we're impatient. I am an animal. You take the horrific animal form to attack her. Let's just go for an on guard here. The fastest blade, that'll give us a load of prestige. I like it, and we instantly take her out there. Wonderful. victorious, and that gives us some Blade Master experience where there is smoke. Okay, so she struggles to her feet after the duel here. Let this be a lesson to you, or we could give it to her. She becomes the owner, and the Skull Goblet gains negative modifiers. We gain more prestige from that. Honestly, that's not one that we care about. It's Dimitri. That's fine. Take it. Be gone. We are done. And the despised wolf of Benevito, master of the hunt, Pecs, brings word of wolves. Interesting, I see. Well, cool, but I don't think we're going to be able to do much with it because gold ain't great. Okay. Strange rumors. Your courtier stumbles into the Great Hall, muttering, "In the, last days, blood everywhere, a shadow, something." She passes out. I need a better courtier? No, of course not. Get more drugged vessels for this woman. Okay, so, interesting. This doom prophecy is nonsense. 76% chance nothing happens, but we gain a lot of stress from doing that, so let's just brush it off as nonsense then. It's fine. And a deceitful champion. Really? Viola? Really? We keep giving you chances. Too important to dismiss. Malignant hearsay for 20 years. Get out of here. Be gone. We've given you so many chances. So many. And now you're out of here. Okay. Alright. And someone else has learnt Italian. How good for you. It looks like we can increase things here further in Venice. We shall do so. We're going to be getting more gold by doing this, which is great. But really, we need to try and reduce our spending by a bit if we can. Now, what do we got going on here? A negligible sanguine residence. Better than nothing right now. We will take it. And let's go and demand some payment from Jar. So that's a way for us to get gold overall. It is a slow way though, unfortunately, and that is a magnificent looking vessel that you got there. Right now I think we can go back to trying to mesmerize Pecs. That's what we were doing. And we have a new intrigue perk that we can pick up. So swift execution for more murder scheme powder. Power. We can disrupt schemes. Okay, much more effective. Digging for dirt. We can find secrets faster. Or we can have a look at other options like the Dark Insights or the Dread. Honestly, disrupting schemes I think is going to be much more important going forwards. So picking that up now seems like the right course for us. We could have a look at stewardship, getting some other options down here. Extorting subjects is an option. It's not a great one. I honestly think we're going to shift. Yeah, let's look for a income increase overall because I think getting some of those will help us get that Empire title before too long. We have a 3 bonus to our monthly income right now, which ain't great. It's not terrible, but it ain't great. And there is another scheme at court going on here. Okay, Masha was trying to kill Arianwe. Okay, throw her in jail or just let her be known. Yeah. Let her be known as a traitor, so she should abandon that before too long. Fortunately, we're getting some more stress here, but we do finally have another animal perk that we can pick up here. Metamorphosis. As a shapeshift option, you can now shape into a bigger bestial form. You assume the shape of an animal, or the shape of that animal has grown. So let's check and see. Next we've got Mist Form and Unfettered Heart, which is neat. What that does is that pretty much allows us to move our heart around our body, which is wild. So, Missy, let's see what this is going to mean for you. So, we are going to go and shapeshift, and let's see. We'll return to our human form, and we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, hey, we got some Masquerade exposure back. We did get a little hungrier there, though. So, let's see there. Wow. Yep, many more options. So, we can actually turn into something smaller now as well. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was going to give us the bigger options as well. Rat form gives us a fair amount of intrigue. Prowess is not as good. Bat form here, intrigue again as well. It gives us some just better resistances. Scheme discovery chance goes up by a lot. So I think we're going to use this like as needed. But for the most part, I think Lion is going to be what we probably want to try and go for here. Or we could just be rocking around with the Eyes of the Beast. Extra dread, extra intrigue. The feral weapons are fantastic as well. The dread gain going up is great, but our dread is already pretty freaking high. And we are going to be able to get our animal experience faster with the lion form. That's up, yeah, that's 30%. Yep, lion it is, and we will eat before too long. Oh dear. Okay, spinning thoughts. So we could become a confider. Our secrets are out right now. I'm not against us doing that. So we shall become a confider, such as it is. Lines about legacy. Gilam, a different Gilam the Serene, is writing about us. Well, that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's have a look now under our decisions. We should be able to talk to a confidant. So all courtiers except the confidant lose 10 opinion of us because of envy. Unfortunate. But we do end up losing a bit of stress there. How much stress? I am uncertain. But let's see. My mind is at ease. Yeah, everyone else there loses it. 32 stress down. That is good. I'd say that's probably going to be worth it. It looks like we can adopt a puppy. So, more gold. No, we just need to save now. Oh, and someone in our herd died. So who are we going to herdify now? It looks like it's Joffrey, or at least Joffrey wants to be the person. So maybe it should be Joffrey. You do have some choleric stats there. Let's try and herdify you. Dominating Pecs. Right, so we want this to be the best chance we can possibly get. So we are going to do a blood surge, and we are going to, let's see, it is our stewardship that we're fighting him with. Yes. So let's be better with numbers. Blood surge that. 20 stewardship is very nice. Rouse the blood. I will exert my will. I am the master. 80% chance of success here, and seemingly that worked. I mean, we didn't get anything that said that it didn't, so I'm going to assume that that has worked here. I don't see any extra hooks or anything that we got from that there specifically. Oh, we are super hungry now. So we probably do want to go on some form of a hunt to rectify that as soon as possible. So hunt in your capital. Oh, it's already 60% of the way done. That is useful. It kind of kept that. Okay, we should be able to hunt pretty quickly then. Excellent, we're on the hunt. Let's have a look through here, see if we can find someone that's going to be worthwhile. Okay, all right. Albano here I think is going to be good. We will hunt you and drink your blood. So, what do you have going on? Fleeting sanguine resonance. I think we are going to take it all. Yes. Our hunger will decrease by 2, and we're going to get some resonance from that. Wonderful. No! Oh my gosh. How did you die? Of old age. I didn't realize you could die. The Fae do pass away eventually, and you were such a good member. Damn. Okay, we don't have any other Fae members in our court, so... Right, I think that's another person that we can potentially feed off, given enough time. We're already herdifying someone, so yeah, I suppose we shall just be waiting. We got Anna here, who is going to be giving us some gold. That's fantastic. Much appreciated. We're just that little bit closer. And having a look at Venice again, I think we've kind of maxed it out at this stage. It needs to have a development of 30 to be able to go further right now. We've nearly got the control situation sorted here, which is great. And successor? Okay, loses a rank. Why did we lose that or gain it? Let's have a look at our champions here. What happened to Pecs? What happened to our brother? He's fine? Pecs is fine. Okay. Strange. Interesting. Oh, well, we can fabricate a hook on Pecs again, should we desire to do so. And it doesn't look like it's going to interfere with anything, so we will get that going for the moment. But yeah, he's not the knight anymore. Okay. Not sure why that happened. Oh, actually, you know what? If we can get a hook on Dario here, that might be the way for us to do it. So let's stop fabricating this for now. Hopefully we can still fabricate after abandoning it. We can't do another one on him for 2 years. No, maybe we will just let that go for now. But Dario, we already have a strong hook on you for the moment. Okay, so we just had her do a payment. When that comes back around, we can use it again after August this year. Okay, or August next year. That's not too far away. Okay, we may be able to convert her, and then in turn potentially convert Pecs. Not many good options here, really. We're just going to go for Adelpho here. We'll hunt you. Oh, that was Flavia. Not who I was actually looking for here. You have an intense sanguine resonance. What a weird chance of that occurring. Okay, let's let you join join our herd. Because, yeah, you are going to be useful. Okay. Oh, and gossip. My agents have made contact with Ugas, a servant and a friend, to do Pecs. Okay, let's see. Ruin his reputation. Sympathetic heir. Gains disloyal servants. Let's just go for the sympathetic heir. That's good to know. And our herd has grown. How are you? You have a negligible choleric resonance. That's not great. So we're probably going to let you go. We'll release you from our herd. We didn't get any exposure there, so that's good. We'll wait to herdify it until we've done some more hunting. Okay, Flavia here. We are going to go and hunt. Let's drink your blood, see where you're at. Fleeting choleric. I think we will just take it all. Yeah, there we go. And that is a new melancholy perk that we've picked up there. So prowess from pain. So we are going to unlock that there. And then I think if we go to fortitude, we should be able to change that. Let's see. Yeah, prowess. Oh, we must be wounded to use it. Neat. Okay, I'll just have to try and keep that in mind. If we get wounded in the future, then we can boost that one out. And we have control. Pecs, thank you. On the hunt yet again here, we're going to be going for Katarina. Let's go drink your blood, see what it's like. Acute melancholic. So very, very good. Wonderful. Okay, you are now a member of our herd. That's some good news. Fabricate hook. Foul words. I've started a series of vicious rumors against Duke Pecs. None of them are true, and someone should decry them as obvious lies that they are. But what better way to have someone in debt? I must stand up for this injustice, which allows us to get that weak hook and we get some piety. No, that's a fantastic option for us. Now we have that indebted hook, and we should be able to have a look at some other things with Pecs. So, let's see then. Modify that vassal contract. We got rid of the religious rights protection. We're now going to go here and enforce. The liege can demand conversion of the vessel. Important for us going forwards. We're going to use a hook here, and that should do it. That should do it. We may need another hook to be able to demand this conversion. Might accept 37%. So, we will need another hook of some kind. We can use the hook on Dario, though, and that's going to be August of this year. I think we're going to try that. Okay, so Sybil here in our herd has a fleeting melancholic resonance, so we could just take all of our vessel's blood, couldn't we? That would cost us a fair amount, and we wouldn't actually get that much from it, so not exactly an option. We could also just potentially execute. Is that also an option for us? Let's see. Beheading, we lose some stress. The Diablerie option, yeah, no. Public execution, cool, gives us some more control and some general public opinion. I'm also noting that we have nearly 8,000 troops to ourselves alone, which is rather good. And a language barrier. Okay, I love spending time with my friend Captain Herman, though usually an interpreter is required. Usually the language barrier isn't a problem, but today I appear to have upset my dear friend. Okay, so we could try the diplomatic challenge here, or we could start to learn the language. Do we want to learn Saxon? No, we'll just try and ease things over there. Okay, we're on the hunt yet again. We are going to try Giovanna here and see what they were like. You got choleric resonance, so we'll take it all. I think that's fine. It's a good way for us to quickly get resonance. We've got a lot of prestige right now, so we can kind of just keep feeding off of these warriors. And we can get a new sanguine perk, it looks like, and we can do some payments. Excellent. So first of all, we're going to go to Andric, Basrab, and Marco. And then before we talk to Dario, let's have a look at our available perks here. Right, of course, we can't go any further until we become 4th generation. So the sanguine stuff isn't going to be as important. Actually, no. I keep forgetting. We've got Daemoninium. Fear of the Void was the first one that we got. Tormented Essence. Predict hell energy at your opponents in a duel. Sense Sin is also good as well. Delve into a mind and amplify a sin to self-destructive levels. Whispers from the Dark is also really good as well. Blood of the Demon is also neat. Let's go for Tormented Essence next, and then I think we'll work down those before we eventually get to Perfect World. Now, Dario. Let's see how this goes. Demand conversion, use a hook, will accept. and this will also convert Pecs on over. Here we go. Demand that conversion. It is done. Blessed be sin. Pecs now is just the biggest fan of us because he sees the truth. We got there, folks. We got there. It took us a while, but we got there. And our gold is on its way up. We're not quite there yet, but I reckon we can make it. But unfortunately, Legionnaires, that day is not today. We've run out of time. And whether or not Melissa becomes Empress, well, we'll find that out in the next, won't we? But finally, this great rivalry, this great tension between Missy and Pecs has been put to rest. Via Fiores, the way that Missy has chosen to follow, is now the belief of Pecs. At least, outwardly, it seems that way. The siblings are unified, the blood of Bavent stronger than ever. And as soon as that, well, hopefully much larger crown lays on Melissa's head, her eyes will drift to the northwest, to Britain, where no doubt she will hope to conquer the baronies of Avalon and reclaim her homeland. What a beast she has become already. In these final days, there's no telling what else she will turn to. And so I ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.